too. All right, just about ready to play. Do we have a good camera view? All right, good morning again. Happy 10 a.m. on Sunday, July 26th. I hope everybody's great. Grab a brick or two and some water. Oscar's gonna hang with us for a little bit today. He's a little warm. Right, little boy? When you're ready, lie down on your back and get comfy. I'm gonna drink water before we do that. So as you start your practice, get comfortable. Find a way to lay on your mat that allows and once you've found a way in which you can relax onto your mat or into your mat, just let go of as much control of the shape of your body, of all those muscles. And we're gonna start pranayama with a 3-part breath. So those of you who practiced with me, which I'm sure, I don't doubt there's anybody new, but if there is, welcome. We're gonna inhale, and on our first part of the inhale, you let the belly rise. And then as you continue to inhale, the ribs expand 360 degrees. And then on the top of the inhale, that third part of the inhale, your collarbone rises. So, and then as you exhale, the collarbone releases, the ribs sink, the belly comes down. So to start the breath, you don't have to start yet, but it's a really slow inhale of the belly filling, then the rib cage, then the collarbone. And as you exhale, it's the collarbone, then the rib cage, then the stomach or the belly. So exhaling and slowly starting into that 3-part breath. Sorry.
Call from CBS Pharmacy.
Don't go anywhere. We're gonna get rid of this call.
Call from CBS Pharmacy.
Oops. Don't go anywhere. All right. We're good. Sorry, guys. Keep breathing. 3-part breath. Two more rounds of that 3-part breath. I really am sorry about the When you're ready, let the breath come back to a natural cadence and bend the knees. Placing your feet on the floor, open your arms like a T, and then bend the elbows so you're in goal posts. So what I mean by that is that your elbow lines up with your shoulder, and then coming back to the elbow lines up with the wrist. The back of the hands are flat on the ground. Okay, not lifted. And then once you've got that alignment, become aware of your ribs. Is your back arching, especially that upper back, so that your ribs are lifting up? Or are you able to drop the ribs down so that the spine is against the earth in neutral curves? Take a few breaths here, creating that shape again. And then reach the arms overhead, keeping the back of the hands on the ground. Ribs in neutral. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, straighten the arms. And yes, your arms are going to go wider. It's like you're creating a Y. So as you exhale, you come into a W. As you inhale, you come into a Y. Exhale, W. Inhale, Y. You're okay. Exhale, W. Inhale, Y. 3 more breaths. Exhale, W. Keep the ribs neutral. Inhale, Y. Mine started to pop. 2 more times. Exhaling. Inhale. And inhale. And then exhale back to neutral. Bring the arms to your sides. Gently roll over onto one side and come into a tabletop. In your tabletop, spread the fingertips apart, elbows under wrists, knees under hips, and your knees should be shoulder width apart. And then pulling that spine or that belly and find that neutral. So this isn't a spinal move again, so that when we were on our back, it wasn't either. It was about the shoulder girdle. So we're going to stay in the shoulder girdle genre. And pressing firmly into the mount of the index finger and thumb, especially in that webbing area, pulling the ribs in. I want you just to allow yourself to relax the shoulder girdle so that you are basically like a hammock, right? But your chest is still in neutral and I'm dumped into my shoulders. And then I'm going to push my hands into the ground so that my so that my shoulders lift up out of the socket. So it's almost like I'm dumping into my shoulders and my arm bones are poking up towards the sky. And then as I push my hands, my shoulders lift up so they're away from my arm bones. It's called flossing. I know I'm not doing the best job of describing this, but this is what we're going to do. We're going to lift up and then dump in. I'm not letting the back and the spine be part of it. I'm not bending my elbows. We're just flossing the old girdle. Stay here for a little bit longer. Now start to make the move smaller. So not going to extremes as much. And then find neutral. Nice. And finding neutral, keep your arms where they are and walk your knees back. And then come into a child's pose. Arms are still out as much as you need to. And then round that upper back, keeping the hands firm. And then release, almost squeezing the blades together. Inhaling, lifting up through the chest, rounding. Exhale, the space just in the middle of the shoulder blades and pulling them up. And then as you exhale, you resist and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, round. Exhale, squeeze. 2 more times. Your inhale, your exhale. From here, lift your head. Take this right hand and place it on top of the left, and then let yourself pull the right hip back in space as you reach through the right pinkies. Oh, you only have one, the right pinky. If it doesn't feel good or if it's too big of a stretch, having this right hand all the way on top of the left, walk the hand a little more towards center. Or you can do the opposite if you're not feeling enough and walk a little more towards right or towards the left, excuse me. Secret here is though to really almost let that right hip slide off your heel and pull the hip back. Gentle stretch. Now inhale, lift up, bring that right hand back to where it started. Walk the left hand over, and then come back down, pulling that left hip back and slightly off the heel. Different hand, different sensation. Stay here. Reach through that left pinky. Inhale, lift the head, come back to center. Tuck the toes under as you shift your weight forward in the heels and lift up into that down dog. First time in down dog for some of us this morning, so feel free to take your time. Readjust with the hands pressing into the webbing between the index finger and thumb, and then walk the dog if it feels good. A few breaths here. Nice. On an inhale, look, bend the knees, look 2 to 3 feet past your hands, and as you exhale, front of your mat, forward fold. Releasing any effort into the shoulders, put the, bend the elbows, put opposite hands into the elbow crook, and fold. Release the hands. Roll up 1 vertebra at a time. Really use the core and the belly to control the movement. And reach the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart and pause. Find yourself pressing into the mound of the big toe, little toe, and the heel. Pausing here. Then inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, bend the elbows, come back into cactus. So here we are again, fingertips spread. And instead of pulling the rib or sticking the ribs out, pull the ribs back down, right? And spread your fingers. Turn your palms towards you and lift the arms straight, keeping the shoulders nice and solid on the back. So take your right hand, release it, and grab onto the upper trap of the left, this upper part of your shoulder. And if your arms are up, do you have room to actually pinch, or are you so tight in the shoulder that you can't even hit the old upper trap? If the arms are here, is it tense or is that upper trap nice and relaxed? Can you wiggle it? All right, so try that right arm, or the right arm touches the left, and then release again. Bend the elbows, turn the palms together, drop the ribs, and then straighten the arms without squeezing. Then take the left hand and feel onto that upper trap. And I can tell you my left upper trap is tight, especially compared to my right. Okay, so if I bend this elbow a bit, it's much happier. So I may keep this elbow bent. I may stay in jazz hands. So become aware of how tight you are, right, in those upper traps so that you can really honor instead of tightening up and possibly causing quite a bit of discomfort. So release the arms. Come into the front of your mat. Hands come to your heart. Pause. Feel the feet press into the floor. Inhale now, arms reach up. You can keep them bent, remember. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, left leg steps into a low lunge. Take the right arm, reach it out, and then place bending the right elbow, take the right hand behind the head. You can stay here, or please feel free to come onto the knee. I think this is a better way to be, though, right now. And then on an inhale, you're going to lift the right ribs up, and then take it down. Lift them up, take it down. And you're trying not to move this left hip, and you're just rolling through the ribs. Up. Down, up, down, a couple more. One more. Release, step forward, exhaling. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, right leg steps back, low lunge. Right fingertips are now on the floor, okay? Left hand, elbow bends, hand behind the head. Nice and strong. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, down. Up. Down. Up. Couple more. Inhales, you're up. Exhales, you're down. One more. Good. Planting the hands on the ground, spread the fingertips wide, and inhaling, step back into a plank. In your plank, we're going to play again with that floss. So on an inhale, lift up out of the shoulders. Exhale, scrunch. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop. Lift. Drop. Keep the arms straight. And then start to make this move a little smaller. There, nice and strong. From here, exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg prepares. Exhale, right leg, low lunge. Inhale this time, high, Virabhadrasana 1. Live. Okay, so in Vira 1, remember you can do heel to heel, or you can go wider. You know, trying to square your hips is what I'm thinking about more than staying on a line. From here, come into your cactus. And then drop the ribs, palms, and open up only as much as feels right. And then think about releasing that upper trap, which is that space just below your ears on that shoulder. So really thinking about releasing shoulders in neutral. Stay here. And if this is starting to bug the shoulders, bring the arms down. Okay, ibuprofen. 3 of them. 2 more breaths. And then as you exhale, hands come down on either side of the foot, step back, down dog. Press into that webbing between the mound of the index finger and thumb. And then inhale, left leg prepares, exhale, left leg low lunge, root that right foot, and then come on up via one legs. Right? This time, playing with the arms, reach the arms out in front of you so your palms face. Find the feet, come back to the arms, and then reach the arms out of the socket, right? And then pull them in. Out, in. Reach the arms up, feeling free to go wide, keeping that shoulder blade, or excuse me, upper trap of the shoulder soft. Stay here. Stay here, 2 more breaths. Be right there. On an exhale, hands come down on either side of that left foot. Inhale to a plank. Exhale, start your flow or come to down dog. Everybody shift back to plank from down dog. And just momentarily find that neutral. Up, down, find it. And then take a look at your hands. Bring your knees to the ground if you want to. So here you are in neutral in your shoulders, and I want you to think about your palms glued to the floor, and you're slowly trying to rotate them open, right? So if you want to come down for a sec so you can see what I'm doing. So your hands are here, but they're up against the earth, and you're trying to rotate them counterclockwise on the left, clockwise on the right. So as you do that, because it's on the earth, they're not moving. They're glued down. But what it does is it sets the arms strongly into the earth so that you can keep the shoulders even safer. So let's come back into that plank pose. You are more than welcome to stay on the knees in a modified plank. So in your plank, first, spread the fingers apart and then squeeze and expand, right? So find that neutral lift, and then think about rotating that jar open as the elbow creases come forward. Keeping that rotation and squeeze in the hands, come to your down dog. Pause here and notice how different this feels. It might feel a little better. Then on an inhale, prepare your right leg, and as you exhale, right leg low lunge. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. And in this Virabhadrasana 2, bring your palms up to the sky. Okay, so instead of palms down, you're actually rotating from the upper arm. Right? And then reach through that little pinky and bring the ribs down. So for me, I feel a bit of sensation through my inner arm, and it feels kind of nice. And then drop the fingertips towards the earth. So now if you've been climbing, this is really kind of nice way to open up the hands and the forearms. Do you need to come through?
No, I'm just doing
He's yogaing today.
and then yoga pose you got there.
It's resting dog. And then pause for a few breaths. I didn't see anything. She didn't walk past. One more breath here. Righto. And then exhale, hands come down. Down dog. Shift to your plank. I know we just did this, but we're going to do it again. And then lift up, out. Find that neutral. And then find that opening up of the elbows, like you're rotating the hands, and then down dog. On an inhale, your left leg prepares, and as you exhale, your left leg steps in a low lunge. Inhale up, Vira 2 feet. Line it up, okay? And this time, arms up again. And I want you to think about taking the thumb down. So as your palms come up, your thumb is going to reach towards the ground behind you, right? So the pinky wants to come towards the sky. And just stay here and reach through the pinky. Drop the ribs. Soften. Stay here. Strong legs. Thumb still rotating behind you towards the ground. Reach. Cool. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale to a plank. In that plank, again, hands can be wider than the shoulders. Find that neutral. Rotate. And either start your flow or go to down dog, keeping the hands exactly in the same place. Pausing. Inhale, right leg prepares, and as you exhale, right leg low lunge. Inhale via 2 feet again, okay? This time, left hand, actually reach both arms out. Turn the palms to the back. Left thumb comes down, sweeps behind you, and tries to grab onto the right hip. Okay, so it looks like that. And then this right hand interlaces with the left. Take this right elbow, pull it back, so you can feel this nice little stretch. And then take the left ear to the right shoulder. Don't lose the foot, right? The foot structure of the pose, even though, as I have, even though we're just stretching the neck. Right elbow squeezes, left ear, left shoulder. Stay here. Couple more breaths. Good stuff. On an exhale, hands down on either side of the foot. Come to your down dog. In that down dog, come back to the sensation you felt of kind of opening, rotating the hands away from you, feeling the shoulders set. On an inhale now, your left leg prepares. Exhale, left leg, low lunge. Inhale, there are 2 feet, right? Let's see. Take the palms to face behind you. Now this right arm sweeps around and hooks onto the fingertips onto the left hip. Left hand's interlace. Take that right shoulder and roll it back so it's not rounding forward. And then check the feet. Find yourself nice and strong in your legs, and then take the right ear to the right shoulder. I don't know, different side, totally different sensation in my body. Fascinating. Squeeze that left elbow in. See how that changes sensation. So take your left elbow, just relax it and kind of point it out. And then slowly squeeze it in like it's a bellow. And you're squeezing the bellows handles together. Three more breaths. Nice. Release the hands, and on an exhale, hands come down on either side of the foot. Step to a plank, and then come onto your belly. Any way you can get there, as fine as you can tell. Coming into a cactus again. So check to make sure as you lie down that your elbows line up with your shoulders and your wrists with your elbows. Keep your head down So you're in neutral. My head's going to be turned towards you for a moment so you can see what I want to do. You're going to press the elbows into the floor and see if you can lift your forearms off the ground without lifting the chest. So a few times, press the hips and the chest, lift the elbows as you press, or excuse me, lift the arms as you press the elbows. Stay. Release. Press and lift. Release. One more time. Press, lift, pause. Release. And then push yourself back up to a plank any way you can, and then come to your down dog. Find those hands again, strong in the earth, rotating outward. Pause. On an inhale, your right leg prepares. And as you exhale, right leg low lunge, then inhale back to Virabhadrasana 1. Okay. Reach the arms out, in, up, straighten the right leg. Stay here. And then bring the arms back down. Take your right hand, take a look at this right leg. Make sure it's not locked out. Ribs pull in and hinge at your hips into a forward fold. Fingertips can be on the ground or a brick, whatever feels best. Feel free to shorten the stance if that works better for you. Make sure that you're not also letting the weight of your body come to the side of the feet, to the outside or inside. So I want the weight evenly distributed between the mound, the big toe, little toe, and heel on each side. Stay here. Let the shoulders stay nice and solid. Gently release, bend that right knee, step the left leg back, plant the hands on an down dog. Find those shoulders setting. Then on an inhale, left leg prepares. And as you exhale, left leg low lunge. Inhale, coming up to that Vira 2 feet. And then again, reach the arms out. In. And find it. Reach the arms up, keeping the shoulders nice and neutral. And then turn the palms out just for a few minutes so your palms are facing forward. Stay here. Nice and loose in those upper traps. Now bring the arms down. Straighten the left leg. Feel free to shorten the stance if you want. And then come into that forward fold over the left leg. You can use a brick, whatever feels good right now. Shoulders are set, okay? Stay here. Press evenly throughout the feet. One more breath. Nice. On an inhale, step back, low lunge, and exhaling, palm the floor. Inhale, come into a plank. Exhale onto your belly. Bring the palms by your sides, palms down, arms by your sides. And then I want you to let your shoulders round. So my shoulders are dumping And then pressing into your arms, think about pulling in the tips of the blades, right at the base of the shoulder. Those tips of the base of the shoulder blade, try to pull them gently in together. And at the same time, squeeze. Imagine you're squeezing a lemon between your upper arm and your ribs. Okay, so squeeze. Right? And then lift the chest. Keep that nice squeeze of that lemon between the tricep and the ribs. Stay here. Tricep and ribs. Palms in the ground. Exhale, release. Inhale, tuck the toes, come through to your down dog. Come through to your plank. If you want to go through a flow, go for it. Otherwise, meet us back in down dog. On an inhale, right leg prepares, and as you exhale, right leg low lunge. Inhale, Vera, 2 legs. Don't worry about your hands yet. And then straighten the right leg. Ooh, we gotta fly. Left hand, left hip. Now, reach the right arm towards the front of your mat, palms facing towards me. And then reach the arm out and in, out and in until you set that socket. Boom. Right? And then start to feel this right hip reach back. Keep that arm set in the socket. And now bring it down. Yep, coming into your Trikonasana. Left arm's gonna reach out in front of you. Palm down, reach in, out, out. In, lift it, reach it out, pull it back in. Reach it out, pull it back in. Turn the palm to the front of the mat, and then bring the arm up. And then turn the palm towards me again. Stay here, your Trikonasana. So it's really easy for me to let this right arm disconnect, so keep it all connected. Stay here in your Trikonasana. Keep the shoulders solid, a few more breaths. Good. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, hands down. Come to your down dog. Inhaling, left leg prepares. Exhale, left leg low lunge. Inhale, back to the Vira, 2 feet. Right? Straighten this left leg. Right hand is going to be on the right hip. And then again, palm up, actually palm facing me again. Reach the arm out of the socket, then in. So I'm really just playing again, flossing and finding center. So find that neutral, then reach, drawing that left hip back in space, and then take the left arm down. Don't let it reach up out of that socket. Roll the ribs to the sky. Reach the right arm out in front of you. Pull in, pull it out of the socket towards me. Pull it in, and find your neutral. And then bring the arm up, keeping the shoulder blade on the back. Stay here. Nice stretch. Don't go anywhere yet. Use the legs to keep you strong. Excuse me. Keeping everything solid. Now inhale, Vira 2. Exhale, hands down on either side of the left foot. Inhale, step to a plank. Exhale, everybody come onto their belly. So if you can go into a plank and ease yourself down, have at it. So we're coming back to arms straight by our sides, palms down. Okay. As you press the palms down, squeeze that lemon between the tricep and the ribs. Press into the pinkies and try to lift the thumbs a little bit off the floor. And then on an inhale, lift the chest. Pause here. So squeeze the lemon. Lift the thumbs off the floor. Now lift your toes. And your legs. Stay here. Don't lose that squeeze, please. Exhale, release. Hands come into pillows. Shake the hips. We're going to do it again. Palms down by your sides. Imagine there's that lemon between the upper arm and the ribs and gently squeeze. Pull the palm, press the pinkies into the ground and lift the thumbs. Lift the chest, lift the legs, and then lift the hands. Squeeze that lemon. Stay here. Pull your ribs in instead of letting the chest pop. Exhale, release. Hands as pillows. Pause. Nice. On and inhale. I want you to roll onto your back. Reach your arms up towards the sky. Your palms are going to face each other. Feet on the floor as your knees are bending. And then inhale, lift the arms up towards the sky so that the back of your shoulder comes off the ground. And then press them down. Come up on an inhale. Exhale, press the back of the shoulders down. See if you can come all the way down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Yep, keep it going. Inhale. Exhale. A few more. Last one. Inhale. Press it down. Good. Now take both arms behind you so your thumbs touch the ground. Keep the ribs down. Shoulders set. Nice. Keep your arms just like this, right? Hold the ribs in, squeeze the glutes, press into the feet and come into a bridge. Pause. As you exhale, roll down. Arms are still the same. Pull the ribs down. Feel the stretch. Inhale. And exhale. So this time on the inhale, you're going to lift the hips and bring the arms to your sides. As you exhale, hips come down, arms overhead for that stretch. Inhaling, arms sweep by your sides, come up to the bridge. Exhale, arms overhead, thumbs touch the ground, back to the ground. Ready? So inhale. We're at about 5. Exhale. That's 1. 4 more. Inhaling your rhythm. Don't lose the shape in the shoulders. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Arms by your sides. Palms up. Now, I'm going to have to shift for this. Take your arms in a T so that your wrist and your shoulders line up. Bring your knees towards your chest. And keeping the your left arm and shoulder on the ground, roll to your right. So your knees are really close to your chest, which is going to give you a nice stretch in the upper back, okay? And then from here, reach the arm away from you, that left arm, as you bring the head to the right. Just a nice, easy twist. Stay here. Really active in that left arm. Inhale back to center. Now reach that right arm out. Knees come to the chest. Take the knees to the left. Head turns to the right and feel that pull. Actually, have your head turned to the left too. I lied. Nice stretch. See if you can keep that shoulder on the ground. I know my right shoulder wants to come up off the ground, and by pulling it down, I get a nice little stretch. Stay here, please. And then inhale back to center. Okay, so to finish up class today, I would like to do some work on the wall. So if you guys have a wall near you, go for it. Take a moment to bring your laptop or whatever you need towards the wall and move things. It's not going to be too crazy. It's just going to be nice. So once you bring your mat to the wall, I'll give you a minute. I'll show you how we're going to get our legs up the wall, among other things. Okay, so come so that you're sitting with your right shoulder and side body against the wall. Lean back and start to lie down so that your back is on the ground. Lift your right leg up and then your left leg and rotate. So now that your bum is against the wall, as are your legs. From here, okay, you're gonna, let's see, what do I want to do first? You're going to take your left ankle onto your right side, and you know what? We're going to have to back up because you're going to bend that right knee as much as you can. I'm sorry, you are going to have to back up so that we can get into this nice figure four. So right foot's on the wall, left ankle's on your thigh. Okay, total entire back is on the ground. And you're just in this figure four, nice and relaxed. So really slowing down. What is that?
I don't know.
2 more breaths right here.
It's Miss Bell trying to call that out.
Answer it. Hurry.
Hello?
Stay here.
It's Phoebe. Hey, what's up?
Switch sides.
Yeah, what's up?
Stay here. A couple more breaths. And then here's what we're gonna do. I think I have an emergency. So we're gonna lie on our backs, bending your knees. Take both knees over to the left and turn to the right, coming into your twist. I want you to stay here for about to 10 breaths. I'll be right back. Did you tell me yes?
No, I didn't. Okay. Tell Sarah. I'll be done.
Couple more breaths right here.
I'm not gonna take over.
Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, come to the side.
Give us the rules all over here.
Oscar's here to help. Stay here for a few breaths.
You're never gonna get to see all these things.
A few more breaths right here. Oscar's helping us. All is well. Inhale, come to center, and then let's come into a happy baby, grabbing the outside of the feet, and then pull the feet down towards you as you bring the knees towards the earth as well. And just stay here. A few more breaths. Good job, Oscar. And then release the feet. Come into your Shavasana. Staying here as long as feels good. Take a moment to get comfortable. Scanning the body before checking out. And then when you're ready, focus on the breath and allow yourself to stay in Shavasana for at least 3 to 5 minutes. Thank you so much for being here this morning. I've appreciated your company. Have a fabulous but warm Sunday. Namaste.
Oscar says thank you too.
Yeah, Oscar says thanks too. Say bye-bye, Oscar. Say bye, Oscar.
He's blinking.
Are you blinking at people? Who's a good boy?